guys how to make a protein powder. Obviously this isn't like a regular protein powder. It's gonna be all like made with like plant-based stuff, and it doesn't have like the BCAAs and things like that in it, and so it might not be exactly right for you depending on like what your goals are. But I just had this idea of making one because I had a lot of like protein things at home. So I figured I'd try to make one and see how it comes out. The one that I actually take right now is this Garden for Life. I'm not sure if it'll focus. Let me try again. This brand is actually really good. I really like it. It has a lot of like probiotics and like a lot of superfoods in it. And 1 scoop of this is 20 grams of protein. So I usually take this like every single day. But it calculate everything to see what it would come out and what it would be. And I got that it would be about the whole entire like mix would be about 180 grams of protein. So if you're trying to get 20 grams of protein every day, that's about 9 servings. Mine, the Garden for Life, is about 14 servings. So it kind of varies. But if you have the stuff at home, then it might be a cheap alternative as well. So everything's about a cup. So I want to mix everything separately and then add them together. So the first thing I'm going to mix in is 1 cup of almonds. And 1 cup of almonds is going to give you about 26 grams of protein. I looked up everything online, so I'm not sure exactly how accurate it's going to be. So yeah, you can do it on your own if you want to as well. So I use the Ninja blender, and it comes with the smoothie cup. I'm going to take my almonds, and there goes 2. I'm going to put them in here and just close the lid up. Reminds me of like almond meal, like things that people use to like bake with. So I just have a big bowl here. I'm just gonna pour everything into here, and then I'm gonna mix it up afterwards. Okay. And I noticed that like, there's spots where it's like bulked up. Just take a fork and kind of like break them apart, and it'll be fine. So the next thing that I'm going to blend is split peas. Split peas actually have a lot of protein in them, and it's very common for them to be inside of like vegan protein powders and stuff. So about a cup was 40 grams of protein. I don't think it's okay to eat these like raw actually. So what I did is I soaked them in water overnight, and then I put them in the oven for about 25-30 minutes at 350 until they kind of got like this brownish color. And then I'm gonna blend them in. A lot of lentils and beans and stuff, you can't eat them raw because they have like a toxin in them. I wasn't sure if squeeze and blend them separately as well. Okay, and now the next thing I have here is flaxseed. So I added about a cup of flaxseed. This is about 24 grams of protein. I'm gonna actually add this directly to the mix right there because I've already blended it before. You could even buy ground flaxseed as well. So there it goes there. The next thing I have is a mix of pumpkin seeds and chia seeds. So pumpkin seeds, I put about a half a cup, which was around 6 grams of protein, and I put a cup of chia seeds, which is about 30 grams of protein. So now I have the mix of the pumpkin seeds and the chia seeds. So yeah, and I'm going to take this and I'm going to mix it into my bowl, and it's getting really full. And there's chunks here too, but they just break when you mix them up, so don't worry about that. If you see it, it's not a big deal. It's already really, really full. I'm just gonna like press it down. Alright, so the last thing that I'm gonna blend up is a cup of walnuts, and a cup of walnuts is about 12 grams of protein. This is like the mix of the walnut, and I'm actually just gonna put it into this container because mine is really full right now. The last thing I'm gonna add is this PB2 powder. I think you can get it from Walmart and like other grocery stores, and it's pretty much halfway through. It's the half of the jar is left, so half of it is about like 42 grams of protein, which is really nice. It's a peanut flavored, like it is peanut butter. It's like a powdered peanut butter, and it's gonna add flavor as well. I feel like with protein powders, you kind of want it to taste good. So that's why I'm gonna add it in there, and it also adds a lot of protein. You can actually make really cool things with this. I've made peanut butter with it. It has 60 calories for 2 tablespoons, which is nice too. So I'm gonna add that into my other container with the walnut, because this one doesn't have room, and then I'm just gonna mix the ingredients together. The layers look of all of the mixes together. And so I have my peanut powder here and my walnut powder. I'm gonna mix all of these together. I'm gonna into this old protein jar. I ended up putting the protein powder in here, but I just wanted to show you guys kind of like what it should look like at the end. I'm still using the same scoop that I have been using for my other protein powder. So, yep, that's how it should look like